if you've not been a part of this show, you must have been sitting on a long thing because you have been missing a whole lot. Well, not to worry. If it's your first time, you are welcome in the name of the Lord. If it's your first time, but if it isn't, don't worry. You know how we do it now. Normal. We did for you. We plenty for you. For all of you who call me plenty guy names, no worry. I still love that all the same. My name is Precious Inyi. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. This show is produced by Promise Inyi, and today is Monday, so I have my Monday Thursday tonic in the house, Barrister Darlington. Yeah. See drum roll now. Yeah. You don't use your mouth down. You don't take your mouth down. You don't take your mouth down. So Barrister Darlington, over the weekend, you know that I'm your I wanted to say I'm your town crier, but God will help my soul not to be a town crier. Hell, God help my soul. As a town crier, right? But obviously, but that's literally what I am on this show. Yes, I tell people what's trending every day as it affects them. Even though that way they don't know. So I'm a glorified town crier. No, even though I won't happen, you go. Hey, Barrister Darlington has finished me. Look how woman like me. So back in my that's mood. So sometime in October 3rd, 2016. Precisely. Long. October 12, 2016, precisely. There was a tweet made by a Nigerian a federal agency. So yes, in October 2016, October 3rd, 2016, around 11:21 p.m., the West African Examination Council of Nigeria, not for other West African Council, did make a tweet. So they tweeted with a YouTube link stating, Dr. Peter Obi, how Anambra became number one in WAEC and NECO. Okay, I'm aware of that. Yes. You're aware of that, right? Yes. And I said, you guys can go fact check me if that tweet hasn't been deleted, because I have screenshots. It was made, that was tweeted on October 3rd, 2016 at around 11:21 p.m. But as I speak to you right now, that tweet hasn't been deleted. But if you follow that link to go to see the video where they made that, where they analyzed that claim, that video has been deleted from their YouTube page. And then it's got Nigerians worried. So lots of Nigerians have besieged the page of WAEC Nigeria, telling them, so are you people now being used to discredit people's work? I wonder. Why would you make that kind of claim since 2016? Of all time, you left it. But now, because of whatever it is that is happening in politics, you now decided to remove it. That's what people are telling them. It's not me that said it. So in fact, there are several things. They said at this rate they will soon start failing those from Anambra State, because they have gone so far to delete a tweet they made to commend P2B far back as 2016. And then others are tweeting and asking, whatever happened to that video again? Now what happened, WAEC? So Barrister Darlington, should it be a big deal if perhaps somehow maybe there is a technical glitch that caused the video to delete from their YouTube page? Should it really be a big deal for people to make so much noise about it?
No, it shouldn't. When gossip have taken over substance, this is what happens. I think somebody was challenging all of us that we should tell him one project to be completed in Anambra State. And then one other person went and started listing all the schools he did and all that, and listed all of them. So apparently he tallied it with what WAEC did, and because this has to do with WAEC now, and this is the state government, so WAEC now felt they don't want to get into controversy. And then they started doing what you just said now. But let me ask you, does it erase what P2B did in Anambra? It cannot.
Because, why again I'm saying that is just today, JAMB has released the result of, it's this year's JAMB or last year's JAMB. And as they release the results, they've also stated that they're not going to be naming the best graduating students. In fact, they said we won't announce names of 2024 top scorers. And one of the reasons they gave is so that what happened with Masinachi's case, Miss Soma, is it Miss Soma or Masinachi? Miss Soma's case will not repeat itself again.
All these things, look, you see, when an institution doesn't have a principle, this is what happened. All those things are, in fact, it's very petty. All the excuses they are giving, that means you now pander to the sentiment of people, to the whims and caprices of people. It doesn't. Look, WAEC should. This is very petty. So because of what people will say, you now do what you're supposed to do. You have taken care of such an infraction, and I know nobody will try it again because there are checks there. There are checks. No other person will try it. The same way you call to Masinachi. If another person tries it, you will catch the person again. So you don't need to start, reducing your value because of what people will say and all that. It doesn't make sense. Rather, it will discourage our youth. So you mean now because of that, no more excellence? You cannot. You don't. Do you know what it means when?
So you think that naming top scorers is very important?
Very important, so that it will galvanize and motivate others. It will show you that you have worked hard. It's like denying somebody. Denying somebody the hard work he or she has put in. It's not fair now. If you are announced as a top scorer, it will embolden others. It will celebrate you. You now know that yes, what you did has actually paid off. Your parents and everybody who know you will celebrate you. It will be a thing of joy. So next time another person will say, so they celebrated this, my friend. Next time it will be my turn. This is how to motivate youth. Why should you not kill their joy because of what people saw, what happened before? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. As for P2B, nobody can erase what he did in Anambra. Whether they put down the tweet or the video, it will never erase it because it's already in the people's mind. Anambra people are celebrating P2B for what he did for them when he was in power. So how will he erase that? How many governors gave their phone numbers to prefects in their schools? Obi said all the senior prefects in all the secondary schools in Anambra have his number and they call him directly. I was thinking somebody will come and say it's a lie. All
right, Barrister Darlington, let's get started very quickly with the show, Lagos. This is the Evening Rush, 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Now, this is where we get to discuss hot topical conversations that have been making the round all day in Nigeria, as you should know them. On the hot topic this evening, let's quickly let you in. First in our lineup, fraud trial. Emefiele challenges court jurisdiction. And of course, gets an extended grace as handed over to his lawyers. We'll give you details of this conversation because Barrister Darlington carried me inside court today. He did not want me that's the way courts used to be. From morning till night. Hey, local woman's waist is penning high. It's not paying, it's penning me because I've been in court since morning. All right, 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC officials dispersed pro-Yaya Bello protesters at headquarters. You just be imagining Shebi these Kogi people that are protesting on behalf of Yaya Bello, Shebi then get fear because now who get fear now you go come out go support person. Well, I will let you in on that conversation. Now speaking about fuel scarcity bites hard. Lagos residents groan. That fuel matter, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there because as it is right now, it be like citizen is wearing gyms. And then a particular analyst by the name Frank Tietie now speaks of why Nigeria's fuel crisis is a disgrace to the country. How can we disgracefully be going through fuel situation? Lagos, that's not all. We'll have other conversations that we'll be delving into too. Oh, by the way, Tribunal stops multi-choice from increasing DSTV Go TV tariffs. But will that stopping work? Because this is not the first time that they wake up any morning and want to just increase something like that. You'll be asking yourself that. But some good news. Obaseki raises Edo workers' minimum wage to 70,000 naira. Oh, following his brother from Lagos State, Ogasonwolu. You would want to say that. Then we'll move on to other conversations. Travelers beat Rivers policewoman to death. Hey. How? You heard right. Travelers beat Rivers policewoman to death. Yeah. No. What turned us into this kind of people? Libel, court orders Linda Ikeji to pay NBM 30 million naira damages. Be like say economy where James up. But then I look forward to a day that we'll have conversation without one or two stories that's got to do with insecurity. Back to that, many fear dead, others injured as headsmen attack Enugu community. Not Benue, not Kogi, not Jos, Enugu community. Many feared dead, others injured as headsmen attack Enugu community. Lagos, these are the headlines that we have. Let's take a quick breather. I'll be right back as we begin to dissect these conversations one at a time. This is the Evening Rush 90.3, Voice of the People FM.
Dear valued listener, we believe in free speech, but with freedom comes responsibility. We like to remind you to be mindful of the power of your words and the impact they can have on others. As members of Voice of the People community, it is crucial that we foster an environment of respect as we desire a healthy discussion and diverse opinions. So, how do you contribute to a more responsible and informed dialogue? 1. Fact check before you speak. Take time to verify the information you intend to share. 2. Respectful language. Choose your words thoughtfully and avoid derogatory or offensive words. 3. Encourage a healthy debate. 4. Lead by example. As a listener, you also have a powerful voice. To be part of the conversation, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903 or send a WhatsApp message to 0700 903 9039. Words have power. Use them wisely.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Dear valued listener,
Right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's get started very quickly with our first conversation as the suspended Central Bank of Nigeria Governor CBN, Godwin Emefiele, today challenged the jurisdiction of an Ikeja Special Offences Court to hear the alleged abuse of office and multi-billion dollars fraud leveled against him. Now, this, I was there, like this, as Mr. Olaliko Ojo-san, who led other counsel, appeared for Emefiele, while Mr. Kazim Gbadamusi-san appeared for the former CBN Governor co-defendant Henry Ijeoma Ojo. In his motion of notice dated April 24, argued that the court lacked the constitutional jurisprudence to hear the charge against Emefiele. As a matter of fact, I have a soundbite to that effect, and I'm going to play it for you, right? Okay, so he said that there is need to consider jurisdiction objections before allowing this case. This defendant ought not to be arraigned before the court on constitutional grounds. We are saying that charges against the first defendant are unconstitutional. I urge our lordship to toe the path of legality and constitutionality to determine this application. In fact, one of the most interesting things he said, Barrister Darlington, I know you not put him out in this case for now because you're a lawyer, is the fact that he said that he's asking the judge, he knows that this court is a very, very busy court and they are not, looking for cases to answer. So they should, put the case in where it should be because they are very too busy to handle cases that is not within their jurisdiction. But at the end of the day, as a matter of fact, Justice Abdul Rahman Oshodi, of course, did rule to hear in the case, and therefore proceedings started. Let's quickly take a listen to Olaliko Ojo speaking on that issue very quickly, and then we'll get back to other issues that played out in courts today. Take a listen.
To try the charges against him, particularly the charges in counts 1 to 4, which relate to alleged abuse of office by the former CBN Governor while he was in office. We were humbly of the view that a jurisdictional challenge of that nature, which was not a challenge to the validity of the charge or information, should be determined first. Furthermore, we are saying that the alleged acts, that is, award of contracts, forest contracts, or the allocation of forests, that it is not a crime. It's not defined as a crime in any written law in Nigeria. However, His Lordship, in the exercise of his discretion, rejected our application that motion challenging jurisdiction be taken and pronounced upon first, and held that application challenging the decision of the High Court of Lagos State to entertain this case will be taken together with the substantive case. In other words, we will only be taken and pronounced upon at the final stage, that is when writing is judgment in the case. That is what happened.
And is that satisfactory for your defense, sir?
Well, it is a decision of the court after we must have conferred with the client. We would take whatever steps the client may instruct us to take. That is what I can say for now.
All right. I was wondering. I would be wondering what your reaction would be on the extended stay of the first respondents in your custody.
The release to counsel.
Well, don't forget, the first defendant was until recently the CBN Governor.
Yes.
Certainly, there is no reason why anybody should think he will run away. It's never been a flight risk. He will make himself available, and that was why I had no hesitation in applying to the court to release him to me. And I will produce him on the next, on the last day, which is 17th of May.
All right, so Barrister Darlington, it was quite a heated case today because oh my goodness, whilst the trial, he said trial by, of course, different parties were interviewed. However, you did hear that the lawyer, challenging the jurisdiction of that case. Now, to break it down, the lawyer is saying that, this is me breaking it down to the layman who does not probably understand, that this case he committed, he was a central bank governor. The crime he committed, bordering on, misuse of office and all that. Which office will he misuse? Central Bank Governor Office, the Central Bank of Nigeria. So that means na Federal High Court we get to do with Federal, I suppose judge am, and no be a state high court, because this case is before the Special Offences Court. The Special Offences Court of the Federal High Court of Lagos State. Of the High Court of Lagos State, I beg your pardon. So why entertain such a matter that is of national value in a state jurisdictional court, as it were? So because there is no way you entertain cases in a state jurisdictional court that you not make reference to cases that have been done in different states levels or different courts in the state, within the state and all that, but wherein the crime that the man committed is a federal offense. You'd recall that they moved him from Abuja and brought the case to Lagos State before his Lordship Justice Abdulrahman Oshodi. However, the Honorable Justice did rule that he can hear the case. So the case there was a resumption of hearing today, and it was quite a conversation today in court, because at the hearing, counsel to Godwin Emefiele or Laleko Uju raised some issues on the charges bordering on abuse of office against the first defendant, that is Godwin, arguing that the jurisdiction statement of the prosecution witness John Oga wasn't included in the EFCC's proof of evidence. So Ona won't bring witness come, but in statement Ona no even put them for na matter. In fact, as a matter of fact, they had already had a first witness weeks back, last week. So when the court had not even decided whether, or listened or heard whether they have the jurisdiction to hear the case, meanwhile they've already entertained the witness in that same case. But as a matter of fact, the witness, one of the witnesses, eventually was presented in court today and was questioned. It was a very prolonged cross-questioning by the defendants, the lawyer to the first defendant, that is the lawyer to Godwin Emefiele, because that particular witness did say that Godwin Emefiele gave him $200,000 as bribe. Mm-hmm. So in that money, the lawyer was now asking, he gave you $200,000 for bribe. That money will he give you, how you use no saying a bribe? Is there any written note by Emefiele say this money I give you now for so thing to soften your mind for so thing? He say no. Then how did you know it was a bribe? That was after asking him if he's been involved in any crime before, if he's aided in any or supported any crime before. He said no. He now said because that's the normal way of the Oga then. And this is someone who was a director in CBN. Let me just withhold his office and name, for privacy reasons. And they now said, okay, but when you were taking the bribe, did you know that it was? They tell you say now say na proceed. Waiting they do now a crime, and that means say waiting they give you na bribe and you can't collect them. That means you also aid and abet crime. You can't say no. You take them under duress. You took $200,000 under duress. That's about 120 million naira during Emefiele's time. You took 120 million naira under duress. I don't know whether evidence been there where them put something for your neck. They tell us if you don't take this money now, we deal with you. But then cross-examination on that witness will still continue at the resumption of the case on Friday. So it was quite an extensive case today in court. Bottom line, a lot of people are worried, Barrister Darlington. Now, the case of Emefiele, if we look at the drama that played out during Rochas Okorocha's case, and what we thought that would have been, all hell letting loose by the EFCC on Rochas Okorocha, if we marry that with the silence we see now with the Rochas Okorocha's case, we begin to wonder what's going on. Remember that it's not just Rochas Okorocha's case. You'd also recall that before the swearing in, we did hear of some high-profile people that would have been arraigned by the EFCC. Former Zamfara State Governor, who's now the Honorable Minister for States for States for Defense, Matawale, was one of them. Now we've not heard any hearing, any nothing. It is gone. So people are wondering, what is the sincerity of purpose of the EFCC in prosecuting crime in Nigeria?
Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
How many times did I call you?
Ew, I can't remember again. I didn't count.
You see this your country, they're embarrassing all of us, seriously. They are really, really embarrassing all of us, especially with this EFCC. I don't know when EFCC have decided to take witch hunting as part of their beat.
You think that this is pure witch hunt?
Is it not obvious?
How so?
Good.
But did he commit a crime or not? Well, which you can't tell. The lawyer is saying that the abuse of office or whatever is not a crime according to the law.
Hold on.
Okay,
Don't
sir.
go too far.
Sorry, sir.
Emefiele was the former CBN governor.
Yes,
That
sir.
is a fact.
Yes.
Emefiele has a board that supervises every activity. In fact, they have I think a 12-man board or so. 7 is okay, they are a permanent member of the board. That is 7 people. The other ones they can change them after 2 years or so, but the permanent members of that board, they are 7. Please, Precious, is there any place where CBN as a board has taken Emefiele to court for any infraction against the CBN Act? Is the CBN prosecuting Emefiele as the former governor? You can't answer this question. Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay, sir.
Now, the federal government is bringing all these phantom charges. Look at where they started, though. When Buhari was in office, they first told us that Emefiele was sponsoring terrorism. Even when Buhari was in office, they wanted to arrest the man. They surrounded and cordoned off his office and all that. Until Buhari warned them, I think there was an executive order telling them not to even talk to him or arrest him or even disturb Emefiele. Buhari gave such order.
So, Barrister, sorry for cutting you. I think there was a mix-up in my sum up of the story. So the man wasn't the one that took $200,000. He said somebody handed an envelope of $200,000 to him to give to Emefiele, and that he knows it was a bribe. And the lawyer was asking him, how did you know that the money they gave to you was bribe? Is there any note that came with it that $200,000 was a bribe?
That's where we are.
He said that it is a normal thing.
Okay.
Where was it stated that it is normal?
In fact, so
I did not ask him, do you not believe that you have aided a crime? He said he did it under duress.
That charge cannot stand. Just leave that matter. He's dead already.
Why, sir?
What are you saying? How can you say somebody gave you envelope to give Emefiele and do you think that the court is a place where you assume without any evidence? It can never happen. No.
Because I remember the judge even asking him that, is there any image or picture evidence you sent to EFCC to prove that that particular day, this is the day that the person came to EFCC to bring the money, and this is the day that I went to give Emefiele the money?
I told you it's dead. That one, if that is part of the charge against Emefiele, I am telling you authoritatively, it is dead on arrival. Forget it, he's dead.
Okay, but on this jurisdiction issue, Barrister Darlington, on other cases, I know that the Honorable Justice has ruled that he would hear the case. But speaking, because of other times, is it normal that in a case as high profile as this, that it is a state high court that should be hearing the case and not a federal high court?
That's one of the reasons where I was going about.
Oh, sorry, come back the way you were going. Sorry.
Now, Buhari said, don't touch this man. No. Apparently, there is something that Buhari and Emefiele know that all of us do not know. And I don't see why Buhari would have given such order if there is no no partnership between the two of them.
Partnership?
Yes.
Hey.
I didn't say partners in crime.
Yes,
I didn't say so.
Partnership. That means agreement. That means correspondence between two people.
Now listen very well. Listen again, though. When Buhari left office and there was a hoopla about Emefiele and all, that was when the DSS and EFCC woke up from their slumber and started hunting Emefiele after he was suspended and then arrested and all that. Buhari came out and told you and I openly that he was the one that authorized Emefiele to do all he did about naira change and whatever. Is that not true? We discussed it here.
He said he gave the authorization of most of the things. But would he give authorization for abuse of office, which the EFCC is suing him for?
No, there is nothing like that. Please leave that matter.
Illegal award of contracts.
I say leave that matter. Look, okay. You think that law is where you just assume things and you assume abuse of office, corruption. If you want to define you can say abuse of office. Then you now go to the nitty-gritty. You now start taking it one by one. How did you abuse this office? Was Emefiele acting on his own? When his principal have told you that he was the one that authorized him to do this and this and this and this. Now, why would both EFCC and DSS forget the name of Buhari? Because he's no longer covered by any immunity.
But no past president has ever been called for question.
Oh, you see why I told you that you are making us a laughing stock before the whole world. You haven't seen it?
No, sir.
Because they'll be looking at this case, they'll be asking questions now. Precious.
Sir?
The international community will be asking questions. That is it. You left the buttocks that fatted and you are knocking the head. Is that not what you normally do here? That's what they are doing. Why is it that since all this thing is going on, nobody have called Buhari to at least remember the case of signature forgery? Is it not Buhari who will come and say, no, this is not my
because I was even going to mention, you know, that we allegedly heard that the private investigator that was sent by the president, Mr. Osaze, right? Is it Osaze or Abaze? Mr. Abaze, yes. That he had mentioned that even Buhari's nephew, Tunde and that some decisions were taken on Buhari's nephew's order and Emefiele's order. So I'm wondering, why is Buhari's nephew not also being questioned? Why is he not in custody too?
So
and then, sorry sir, and then the case that EFCC chairman raised last week, where he said that Emefiele printed 684.5 million naira with 18.9 billion naira. And I'm wondering, is it possible that Emefiele would have taken that decision without the approval of National Assembly, without the president? And then, who is the person in charge of printing and meeting? The last time we heard, Shebi was supposed to be Aisha Buhari's brother, Abi, at that time.
Precious.
So have they been called for questioning too?
Hold on. Emefiele told Buhari that, look, this thing you say we should do, if we print this money in Nigeria, it will be too expensive. He said it. Buhari said no, it must be done in Nigeria instead of taking it abroad.
Is that fact?
Exactly.
There's
I am
evidence
telling you.
Oh, wow.
Oh God, I have told you, I have these big ears and I keep it close to the ground.
Oh.
Especially when this thing was going on, I was taking record.
Okay.
Emefiele told it will be too expensive to be done in Nigeria. Buhari ordered it to do it here. And you know who got the contract? That was the reason. Pressure, that was the reason.
So why are those people not called for questioning?
No, you can see where which one thing is coming in now.
What you're saying is correct. So
you can see where which one thing is coming in now.
So that means it's safe to say that
scapegoat.
So that means it's safe to say that there is no holistic approach to the fight against corruption. Is that what you're saying?
How can that be? How can that be? With what I've told you now, can't you connect it? That was the reason why they said the man should do it here, and now everybody is blaming Emefiele as if it was one that took.
But we all knew that Emefiele suffered us during the election. How money was not available.
I told you now that it was never his decision. I can't you.
So it was like more like a repeat of the 1983 situation and happening now too.
Was it the decision? The man that gave him the order had told you. So why can't you come and call him, Mr. President? Why did you suffer out like this? So
Barrister Darlington, just to speak in clear terms so Nigerians will understand, are you saying that the idea of printing money and changing the color of our money like they said they did is likely to be solely former President Buhari's decision, like he did when he was about leaving office as a military administrator?
Was there anything that was not his sole decision? Hold on. Was there anything that was not Buhari's sole decision? Mention that thing. Do you remember the Kano Maradi Rail project?
Yes. Kano to Niger Republic.
Good. Was there any bidding? Was there any costing?
And about the 10 vehicles we give to Niger Republic too.
So even our man at ADB kicked against that project, but Buhari went on. He went ahead with it. So tell me, was there anything he did not do on his own power? He single-handedly appointed Oshomole as the APC national chairman against the decision of the National Working Committee of his party. Was there anything Buhari did not do on his own? He was even doing worse now than when he was in the military head of state. And we are all shouting that time. They said we don't like Buhari, we don't like this, we don't like that's what he's doing. We reap the benefit later. Where is the benefit now? One man is now suffering for what he did. One man is now suffering. And most of you people, you will not read between the lines. Nobody can deceive me. Nobody can deceive me in this matter. Emefiele is just being used as a scapegoat. Let him go to
If he didn't make himself available, would they use him as a scapegoat?
Hold on. Don't say that, please. Don't say that. If Emefiele have disobeyed the Buhari, I am telling you, they will bring up, you see these terrorism charges. You see all manner of charges they will come upon him, and you will not be there to defend him. Nigerians will believe whatever they are being told. Can't you see it? Even when he tried to do the right thing, look at what he's going through now. All the names that are involved, nobody is mentioning them except Emefiele. Can't you ask yourself a question, why is this so? You can see where the witch hunting is coming in now. Can't you get it? It's only in Nigeria that this type of thing can happen. It's only in Nigeria. A man was doing his work. You saw when he was going to a meeting in Aso Rock. He will go in the morning. Maybe he will go and tell him, oh yeah, bring money. By evening, he tell you that money was not enough. In the evening, he will go again.
Barrister Darlington, there was no evidence to that bringing money.
Really?
Okay,
So
you're giving an example. Okay,
hold on. What was he going to do at that time that was holding meeting in Aso Rock behind closed door with Buhari? What did they do?
They were deciding on, fiscal,
So, please,
sir,
how did the 23 trillion naira now come about?
the ways and means, the printing of money.
Yes. How did it not come about?
Barrister Darlington,
was it not the CBN governor that was making it available?
Barrister Darlington, let's move to another conversation.
He said it with his own mouth to press. I've said it here more than 20 times. Buhari said it with his. Why is it that nobody is calling him? The National Assembly are not investigating that money. Why is it that nobody has
the 23 trillion that we hear that is almost 30 trillion?
Now maybe because of the interest and all that. All that went down under Buhari. Why nobody had mentioned his name? And you are calling Emefiele. I want me to sit down here and support you that Emefiele did this, he did it.
But did he not?
He did not. He did not. Under vicarious liability. You don't punish the messenger. You look at the person that sent him on that errand. That is how to catch thieves.
So that is approaching it holistically, just
yes.
All right. Barrister Darlington, still speaking about EFCC, so officials of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, today, Monday, attacked and chased away some Kogi youths who had stormed the commission's headquarters in support of ex-governor Yahaya Bello over alleged political prosecution. They say na political prosecution they want to Emefiele, so they don't enter their office. There were two protests at the EFCC headquarters today, Monday. One allegedly organized by opposition party members in the state in support of the EFCC, and the other in support of Mr. Bello. Those against and those in favor say yeah and nay. That's what's going on. Now, while a protest in support of the anti-graft agency organized by the Kogi Conscience Movement went on peacefully, the other one, which demanded that the rule of law be respected in trial of the governor, was interrupted by the EFCC. That is the one where they in favor of the EFCC made them punish them. The protest go on successfully, nobody stopped them. But the ones that I said release Emefiele, don't keep him there, obey court order, they pursue them, go back to the house and I don't get work. Barrister Darlington. Now my question is, how do people just put themselves together like this to pursue such cases and such protests?
It is this type of thing that is dragging Nigeria backwards. Seriously. Pressure, this is Nigeria, this is who we are. I'm telling you. I remember when Nihuru Badu invited the former Lagos State governor. When there was so much petition here and there with alphabet and all that. He invited him. The day he honored that invitation, do you know what he did? When he was going, he gathered all the Obas and chiefs in Lagos State with brand new cars, all of them. They stormed EFCC head office here at Ikoyi. When Rubadu saw and all of them, they went with their full regalia. The full regalia with other things that are inside the agbada, which you may not see. They went there.
Other things that are inside Agbada that we will not see.
Yes, you will not see it.
It's not visible to the eyes.
You cannot. So apparently,
with microscope see it.
Yes.
Oh wow.
You might not even see with microscope.
Sorry, sir.
It is called African YouTube. So when they gathered there, Rubadu saw all of them, and he was shocked. He did not even allow the governor to come to his. He said, "Okay, yeah, chief. Okay, we have seen you. Thank God for coming. The honoring invitation is okay. There's no problem. You can go." I am telling you what happened in this Lagos.
Just like that.
Yes, now. Oh, you mean you will go and ask him to write with all those people? That means Nuhu Rubado doesn't want to go back to his office that day. He didn't want to go back to that office. Didn't you see what happened to Bawa when he gathered some people and was making speeches? He fell down while they were talking in Abuja. Abi, they said it was exhaustion. It was exhaustion, Abi. You mean there was no bottled water to give him? He fell down. They had to rush him out of that place. Bawa, the former CEO.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
The one that, by the way, was arrested too, like Emefiele, immediately after this administration came in.
So the people.
But how come he was, released speedily, as it were, but Emefiele's case is still lingering?
Abdul Rashid Bawa. I just told you what is happening here. People were misinformed or misled that Emefiele was their problem. It was Emefiele that changed the naira. It was Emefiele that didn't want somebody to win election. Precious. And because Nigerians are gullible, they bought it. They bought such a scrap. And now the man is suffering for what he did not do. Let somebody come and tell me that Emefiele single-handedly took that decision and Buhari did not say anything. Is it possible? Hold on. Go to section 19 of CBN. You will see where the president had to approve. I don't know why our people are so gullible.
All right, so Barrister Darlington,
when they want to deal with you, this is what I'm talking about. When they will bring charges and then go to the media and blow it up, and then gullible Nigeria will run with it. That is what they do. When they want to deal with you, they will cook up things against you, use the media, buy some session of the media, and they will start making you look like the devil yourself. Meanwhile, the real culprit is somewhere laughing with champagne in his know,
and not toothpick. Okay.
So
all right, Barrister Darlington, let's move on. So queues dotted petrol stations in many parts of Lagos and across other states in Nigeria, not just Lagos State, because people are crying as motorists battled to fuel their vehicles amid scarcity of the product. I don't have fuel. Me, I don't have, Barrister Darlington. Uncle, I don't have. Now, commuters heading to various destinations were caught in the web with fewer buses on the roads and some hiking fares, because buses had to take advantage of this to also increase their fares, because when they cry, go see road. Now the news agency of Nigeria correspondent observed some students and their parents trekking early in the day after being unable to get buses on time. A businessman, Mr. Kingsley Uday, told Nan that he had to resort to trekking a long distance to get to his shop. It's really frustrating. This morning, as I got to my bus stop, I was surprised at the number of people I saw. It was also obvious that there were no buses because of the number of people that were waiting. I waited for some time, but resorted to trekking when I saw others moving toward the road. I said, make I follow them. Make I follow there for inside bus stop here where they wait. So he said the fuel station should be addressed, or fuel situation should be addressed, as the hardship is too much. A trader, Mr. Shadi Agbola, said that leaving her house in the morning to take her children to school and make her way to Lagos Island was hectic, very fake. When I got to gate this morning, the crowd I saw was alarming. After taking my children to school, I had to trek to Bako to board a bus going to Sele. The usual 200 naira fare from Bako to Sele is now 300 naira. Of course, there's an inconvenience fee. But Mr. Darlington, people are suffering because of this fuel issue. Meanwhile, the Executive Director of Citizens of Advocacy for Social Economic Rights, Frank Tiete, has said it is disgraceful for Nigeria to be facing the premium motor spirit crisis, aka fuel crisis, that we're facing right now. Tiete said he was surprised, shocked, and deeply embarrassed by the ongoing fuel scarcity in Nigeria. When he said this when he featured on a Rice television today. He stressed that the purpose of subsidy removal for efficient petroleum supplies has not been achieved, as there were long queues everywhere. Even though say they buy them for plenty money, some people are not buying 1-2. Some people are buying 800 in some parts of the country. Some people are buying 900 in some parts of the country. I am surprised, shocked, and highly embarrassed that this is happening after all the much talked about subsidy removal to ensure efficiency in the supplies of petrol. That's what he said. Now, it's highly disgraceful that this is happening after a certain somewhat explanation by the NNPCL that the queues and shortage of PMS were a result of logistics problems. After I don't take money since, that's what he's saying. What a nebulous way to take Nigerians for granted, he said. That grammar said, when you read them, you understand the annoyance. Whether it is logistics associated with lack of trucking facilities or anything that has to do with transportation, he said, makes sense. How could they suffer this kind of thing? He lamented that people are hawking fuel in jerry cans in front of establishments like Transco Hilton, NNPCL, in front of major filling stations. Well, he mentioned a lot. Now, Barrister Dalis, for those who don't understand, let me quickly break it down. You know, say, madam, break it down. So, the first thing the president said, or the first economic policy that he jumped in on immediately he came into power, remember on the 29th of May, during his inaugural speech, was when he said, subsidy is gone. That evening, the life of fuel never remained the same, because from that statement that day, fuel price till now. Now, all the three major candidates of the top, the three major contenders had said they were going to remove fuel subsidy because it wasn't making sense to benefit just a group of cabals at the detriment of the entire populace. But then again, this has been done. We all got intimated, and we all know that it is for our overall good, because when you remove it now, we'll not put that money to infrastructure, we'll build better road, we'll build better hospital, we'll put the money to other things that would benefit Nigerians. But my question is, Barrister Darlington, since the removal of this fuel subsidy now, how much infrastructure would we say we have enjoyed? That's on the one hand, because I remember the CNG buses and all of that were supposed to be provided for. And I also do know that this is not a federal issue alone, your states too. What I do know for a fact is that federal allocation to states, or the total money that both the states, federal and local governments are to enjoy in monthly allocation, increased since the removal of subsidy. So what have the three chairs of government been doing with their money? That's a question. And secondly, is it just fair that we endured this removal since last year May, which next month now will make it 1 year, and then we're still facing, this is not the first time since the subsidy is gone issued that we're facing fuel queues. It has happened within this period before. Why do we now have to now face queue again after we now enjoyed the removal of subsidy? Should we were buying it expensive? Why should it not be available when it's expensive?
Precious,
Sir,
have I told you here that this fuel subsidy is a ruse?
Wait.
Is the quickest way to make money in Nigeria. That is why all of them are now NNPC minister. All of them are minister of petroleum. Have you asked yourself why? Even though they don't know a jack about oil, but they want to become minister of petroleum just to corner the resources, nothing else. That 29th of May, I listened to that speech here. I was here with Esther. And I told her, without even thinking about it, that this thing is going to fail. That particular day, we listened to that speech. I was on set that day. The usual people who think that they know better, they started talking and shouting at themselves. So 1 year after, her market. Precious, listen very well. I have told you here, and I have done the analysis to the best of my knowledge, and I expected Nigerians to ask questions. The fuel subsidy that you said you have removed, please, can we see evidence of it? The answer is no. The World Bank have told you that you are paying subsidy, that it will come back. El-Rufai, your party chieftain, have told you that you are even paying more now. Nobody from the presidency have countered it. The question is, if you are paying subsidy, who is collecting the money? Precious, who is collecting the money for the subsidy?
But remember that the vice president also had said once that people are fighting the president because he decided to stop the subsidy enriching a particular cabal.
Precious,
sir?
In that speech, he said that this fuel subsidy is benefiting only the elite of the elite.
Yes.
And he was not among them. Precious, he was not among them. He doesn't know anything about what? Finish it now for me. That oil company. You don't know the. I've forgotten the other.
No, don't worry. It's okay. Keep forgetting. It's fine. For the purpose of this place.
He doesn't know. They didn't benefit from the subsidy. They didn't. The tanker that is going through Semeboda now, that the company's name is written boldly on the body, they don't know. Abi, it's benefiting me. You can see Nigerians. Precious, my worry here is Nigerians who don't ask questions. Whatever they told them, they ran with it. They go to town. They were all saying, remove it. If you remove it, this one will happen. This one, I thought there was no subsidy in the first place. And I gave you my reasons. All other OPEC members, they are giving subsidy to their people with this same oil. And heaven did not fall. Why is our own different? Precious, why is our own nobody answered me that question.
I don't even want to talk about United Arab Emirates because there's so many benefits. In fact, they even help you marry a wife.
Can you imagine?
It remains to clean bed for you, like that. They even give you a house, housing loan.
That is where he is now.
To stay in, United as a citizen. But Darlington, you even go to university for free. Because you want to study as a United Arab citizen is not obtainable in their school. They will pay for you to do it in another country.
Can you imagine? Gaddafi was doing it to his people. Even with all his dictatorship, the per capita income of Libya when Gaddafi was alive was 10 times better than that of America. That was why they removed him from office, because Americans were going to Libya to do kabu.
Okay. All right.
But I ask you, Nigerians, why are you people not asking questions? These other countries that have oil and they are using it to benefit their people. Please, did they fall from heaven? Were they not born like you and I? Why are you not asking questions? They told you yesterday that fuel subsidy is your problem. They removed the fuel subsidy. The problem tripled. Are you not supposed to now ask yourself, so this fuel is not even a problem? It's not a problem. Because other countries are using this same fuel to subsidize things for their people. What's your own difference?
Even the light one that we're managing now, so association of band A people have been removed.
Can you imagine? We were paying subsidy, and when PDP was in office for 16 years, and we had a life, we had an economy, people were eating food, companies were working, and they were subsidizing at 30 million per day. You came into office, the thing dropped to 68 million and went to 98 million, and Nigerians are still, oh God Almighty, what exactly is wrong for us?
But
nobody have asked you, how come this thing jump to this level? That means we are paying for your corruption.
Hey, Barrister Darlington,
we are subsidizing your corruption under your watch.
No, Barrister Darlington, you cannot accuse anyone of corruption when we can't substantiate it.
Please, can somebody answer me this question? Why did this thing jump to this level now that you are now paying for? How come it happened like that?
So you think it's because of corruption?
No, it is because of diligent and decent accountability.
Okay.
Yes.
Noted. So let's go straight to another conversation.
Nigeria is supposed to be asking questions now. This other country that are subsidizing for their citizens with this oil, how come? Is it not the same one? Even do you know that our oil, Brent crude, is more sought after? Do you know that American airspace cannot go on without Nigerian oil? Are you aware? To tell you how pure and how demanding this our oil is. Yet people are just using it to line their pockets.
All right, let's move to other matters affecting Nigerians.
Every day fuel subsidy. Every day fuel subsidy. Were you not told that when they remove it, there'll be oil everywhere? That with time everything will stabilize. With everybody importing the fuel.
We don't have time. We need to move very quickly. So we can open phone lines to Nigerians to jump in.
We need to trash it.
We have another problem we want to talk about.
Tomorrow this thing will come up again. Is this the first time we are suffering this thing under this administration?
Okay.
Is this the first time?
Barrister Darlington, we still have insecurity and cable network.
It's so annoying that Nigerians are not asking questions. Everybody annoying.
Sorry, sir. So a Competition and Consumer Protection Tribunal,
with my eyes open.
CCPT, sitting in Abuja today, Monday, restrained MultiChoice Nigeria Limited from increasing its tariffs and cost of products and services scheduled to begin on May 1st. Remember that they had released results. Did I say results? Released increase, in fact, new rates. This is how much you were paying before. This is how you'll be paying now from 1st of May. So we hear that the Competition and Consumer Protection Tribunal have now stopped them to say, you know what, people are not going to do it again. So the three major tribunals are presided over by Saratu Shafi, gave the interim order following an ex parte motion moved by Ejiro Awaritoma, cancel for the applicant Festus Onifade. Now the tribunal in a ruling restrained MultiChoice from going ahead with impending prices with impending prices increase scheduled to take effect from May 1 on Wednesday, never far, next tomorrow, pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice filed before it. The first defendant is hereby restrained from taking any steps that may negatively affect the rights of claimant and other consumers in respect of the suit pending the hearing and determination of the case. She therefore directed all parties in the suit to appear before the tribunal on May 7 at 10 a.m. for the hearing and determination of motion. But Barrister Darlington, do you see this? Do you see MultiChoice complying, understanding that the next hearing for the case is on May 7th and their increment is scheduled for May 1st?
Precious.
Sir?
Please, this service they are rendering, is it by choice or by force?
It's by choice.
Good.
So that means the court ruling may not hold waters.
Good.
Okay.
Did MultiChoice force you to subscribe to their services? These are irrelevant issues now.
Okay.
They are giving you 50 channels. Mention that normal human being who will sit down at home and watch 50 channels from morning till night, even when there is no light. You mean you are going to burn your generator just to watch this thing? Do you have the time? These are irrelevant issues. If all of us will boycott the place, they will shut down on their own. They will, so I don't know why this case should even be troubling you and I. People are thinking of how to go and eat food. They are talking of watching DSTV. If you don't watch it, what will happen? Will it add anything to your life? How many people will sit down at home, watch this from morning till night? Is it possible? Where is the light? Pressure, where is the light? You are burning money. Say you are watching whatever. In the 70s and all that, when we only had the NTA, when we grew up, are we not alive today? All this whatever. Look, is it relevant to me? They shouldn't even pursue this matter. Boycott the services and they will shut down on their own. It's as simple as that.
All right, so let's move to other issues affecting these same workers in Nigeria. As Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has increased the minimum wage of workers in the state civil service, and it's been increased to 70,000 naira beginning from May 1, 2024. So from May ending, they'll be earning 70,000 naira as minimum wage. It was reported that Obaseki disclosed this today, Monday, at the commissioning of Labour House built for the organized labor in the state. The house was named after a former governor of the state, Adams Oshomole, Naim Bioga Labor. So Obaseki said his administration would increase the new minimum wage for the state workers from 40,000 to 70,000. You'd recall that he had actually increased their minimum wage from 30 to 40,000 naira. You know that now during that his second term election period and subsidy period. Did I say subsidy period? Yeah, this week of subsidy and all that. It was like no, you guys cannot be taking this money. He increased it. Now he's saying 70,000 naira. He's like the second governor to do that because Sanwo-Olu has already done that too. That Lagos state workers would now be enjoying 70,000 naira minimum wage. Meanwhile, the organized labor is still looking at 500 and something, 300 and something thousand naira for minimum wage by government, and that's talk. It's still not happening. So do you think that the agitation of the organized labor generally it's even feasible? They are trying. And then what's the what's the most what do I put it now? Likely sum that would be most reasonable amount that would be worthy for Nigerian workers.
They are trying to preempt labor. The labor union, these governors are trying to preempt labor.
So you think that's why they're doing 70,000?
Yes.
So that Nigerian governments will just we'll do 70.
Or they have some grapevine information that this is where government is going by May 1st. And then they now want to be ahead of the federal government on this matter. If not, I don't see why the hurry. Why not wait when the government announce their own? Then you now add whatever you want to add or remove whatever you want to remove. That is what I think, because this thing they are doing now, will they pay the money? That is the question. Will they pay the money? In that of Lagos State, even if Lagos State make minimum wage 200,000, I will not even celebrate them because the money is there. The money is there. They have the money. It's just that we don't see where it's going to. Lagos State have the money and they are not denying it. if the money in Lagos State can be properly used, the minimum wage here should be 200,000 naira at least. So if you are paying 70,000 according to the news, I will not even celebrate them, because 420-something workers have been made redundant. That means they have asked them to go. So if you have sacked people from work and you are increasing the salary of those who are at work, what have you done? That means you are using their salary to pay those who are working. It's as simple as that. Yes, now they have started putting it down now because they want to increase people's salary. Is that how to do minimum wage? That means ab initio you are not even sincere. You sack people from work, you now increase the salary of those who were working. I don't think it's fair. We are not the one that have employed them. Why are they redundant? Is it that the job they are doing is no longer existing, or what? The job they are doing is no longer existing, that you have to over 400 and something people just ask them to go. So for me, I've just given you my reasons. Lagos is supposed to pay more.
Okay. All right.
It's an embarrassment that Edo will be paying 70 and Lagos will be paying 70. It's an embarrassment. Very big embarrassment. I'm talking of a state whose IGR is the IGR of 26 states in this country. 26 against 1. And you are paying 70,000. Where is the rest of the money going to? Even the Lagosians, those so-called sons of the soil, they don't even know what's going on in their so-called soil. Tomorrow now, I'm son of the soil. When I talk now, I'm a Lagosian. Meanwhile, you don't know what's going on in your own soil. You don't know. You cannot ask questions. I wish you well.
Okay, so let's move on to other issues. We'll go to Enugu State first. I know we would have stopped at Delta first, but let's do Enugu. As a Nimbu community in Uzowani local government area of Enugu State has again come under attack by suspected Fulani headsmen. Now, it was learned that the attack, which occurred late yesterday evening, claimed some lives, with many others critically injured. Sources disclosed that the headers attacked mourners at Ijoro Nimbo community, leaving behind tears and sorrow. Some of those killed were identified as Oke Simon Ugu Oruku, Oke Chukwebuka Julius, Obuna Odiegu, and Gabriel Ugu Eza. A gruesome video cited by reporters this morning showed a deserted community. The voice in the video cried out that the invaders took the villagers by surprise and shot sporadically at mourners. Tables and chairs could be seen scattered in the compound, while the mourners had gathered, with lifeless villagers also seen in the pool of their blood, of course, on the floor. Recall that Nimbo was also attacked in 2016 by Barrister Darlington. Remember, Nimbo community, leading to the death of scores of people. This time again, another one. The incident attracted a nationwide outrage then when it happened in 2016. But meanwhile, the Police Public Relations Officer PRO Enugu State Police Command DSP Daniel Ndukwe is yet to respond to inquiry sent by correspondents about this case. Barrister Darlington, armed headsmen, dangerously armed headsmen entered with gun in Enugu State. Ngwa people that are mourning, open fire on them. Maybe on the reprisal attack or whatever it is. We're yet to get the meat of that conversation. But this is in Enugu State. It's been happening in Benue State. They've been crying. It's been happening in Plateau State. They've been crying. Or sometimes Nasarawa State, Kaduna, especially the southern Kaduna. Now it's in Enugu State that we're hearing this.
Precious.
Sir?
Who did you say carried out this attack?
Armed headsmen. Headsmen, we carry arm.
Okay. Was there any time Buhari told the security agencies, if you see anybody that is carrying AK-47,
finish them? Yes.
Shoot them aside?
Yes.
Since that time till now, had that order been carried out?
No,
you
sir.
mean the army and police, they are not seeing these people? But let somebody now carry his own AK-47 to go and revenge.
The pastor that carried AK-47 to do example in church is still being
that you see why people are agitating. It is this type of behavior, and it is annoying, very very annoying. Let me tell you what happened. A man came to state CID to complain that somebody encroached on his land, that the people are there working, they have taken over the land he bought with his money and all that. Even talks, they are even chasing him out of his own land, that they should come and intervene. The police told him that they don't treat the land matter, that is not that he should go away. The man went and came back. Nobody paid attention to him because he's a nobody. You know what happened? The third time the man came back to that station, he came back with the head of one of them. A head. He put it inside nylon and dropped it there. Everybody scattered. That was when he now said, "You arrest me now." This is how you provoke people to the extreme. If this thing is not provocation, tell me what is provocation. You can see that government deliberately just want people to react. Then they will now start looking for somebody to blame. They didn't call you IPOP, they will call you Biafra. They will say, why must people just be killing people anyhow? For what? Precious, for what? How many times are we going to talk about this? The people that there are people like you see how they kept quiet, they will not react to. But let one of them die now, you see them. You will see them, they will flare up. Northern elders will start talking. Erufai and Co, they will start talking. All of them will start defending what is indefensible. Now that they are killing other people, it is all right. It is well and good. Anyway, I will not say more. Let them continue to kill. But one thing I know for sure is that one day monkey go market, you know, go return. That's what they talk for street balance, abi. I have given example to what happened outside here. Why people said enough is enough. The other day, the police spokesman in Lagos said, "I no go agree. It's a revolutionary." I said, "Are you serious?" If those people now say, "No, we no go agree again," will you blame them? No, will you blame them? Now that this is now happening, even the police spokesman there cannot talk because it involves Fulani Headsmen.
So no grief for anybody.
No. You said that the man have not spoken. Nobody have spoken. All of them have kept quiet too. Because the people you kill, they are cows, they are animals, they are fowl, they are not human beings.
Okay, so since we're still talking about crime, very quickly, operatives of the River State Police Command said it have been arrested. The Headsmen have arrested 16 suspects in connection with the murder of a female inspector in front of Taba Police Station in Kana, local government area of the state. The incident occurred on April 25th last week, with the policewoman identified as Christiana Erikere was on duty at the Bori Police Division. So the spokesperson for the State Police Command, Grace Iringikoko, who disclosed this in a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Monday today, and sent to newsmen, said trouble started when the men in private vehicle were stopped by policemen for a routine search. Iringikoko said all of a sudden an argument ensued and the occupants became angry and blocked the road, adding that even after completing the checks and asked to leave, they refused, alleging that the female inspector had recorded their behavior with her phone and attacked her with stones. Then when their attempt attacked her with stones when their attempt to seize the phone failed. The statement reads, now quoting that statement, it says the River State Police Command announces the arrest of 16 persons in connection with the tragic death of Inspector Christian Erekere, who was murdered in the line of duty on April 25, 2024 at approximately 4 p.m. According to preliminary investigations, the incident occurred when a group of individuals traveling in a Lexus saloon car was stopped for routine checks at the checkpoint in front of Taba Police Station. However, the occupants became agitated and proceeded to barricade the road, obstructing the movement of other vehicles. The statement further that after completing the necessary checks, the police officers requested that the individuals leave the scene. Unfortunately, they refused. No agree for anybody, they no agree, alleging that Inspector Rekere had recorded a video of their disruptive behavior using her mobile phone. Hence, in their attempt to seize Inspector Rekere's phone forcefully, they launched a violent attack against her, striking her with stones. The severity of the assault caused Inspector Rekere to lose consciousness, and she was immediately transported to Nadum police station. To Nadum Hospital in Bori. Regrettably, she succumbed to the injuries sustained during the attack, and she died. So the Rivers State Police Command has initiated a thorough investigation into the abhorrent incident, and all individuals involved will be apprehended and brought to justice. Barrister Darlington, this would have been avoided.
Very, 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 very avoidable. But then, Precious, how many times will this type of thing happen in Rivers State? Remember the DPO? That one court is dismembered and all that. Remember? The same Rivers State. You see, I have said it here. When things like these violent disturbances, when it start happening like this, it is time we call in psychologists who will now tell you that look, the toxic environment people are operating on is a major reason. People are angry. Precious, the next person you see on the road is like a waiting time bomb waiting to explode. You don't know what is chasing him from his home. This what tells you that look, all is not well. Like Chinua Achebe said, the center can no longer hold. Things are falling apart. People are just angry. So the slightest provocation, they explode. Imagine, without thinking that this is a security officer, a woman for that matter. By the way, where are the other colleagues? Of course, they took off. Now they ran for their dear life. But how could the people in a lazy jeep, how many of them? Are they up to 20 in that jeep? It cannot be more than 4 people now. How could they overpower the police when they were not carrying any gun and all that? How did it happen? Was that lady the only person there? His own colleagues could not save her. Now it looks funny. It looks very, very funny. Seriously, and they could not even bring one of those people down. But could not. But
Barrister Darlington, just because we don't have time, so we'll open the phone lines. Our phone lines are already buzzing. So, a Delta State High Court in Eforon has awarded 30 million naira damages against popular Nigerian blogger Linda Ikiji for a libelous publication against New Black Movement of Nigeria. Now, the lawsuit had registered trustees of New Black Movement of Africa, Isikako, Felix Kupa, and Mayor Onyebueke as the claimants against Linda Ikiji. Bottom line is that she had written a publication against them far back as 2021, where she did, allege that they were a group of cultists, dangerous cultists, and I think the NBM of Africa took to court action after she failed to honor a letter by the claimant demanding retraction and apology over the libelous article. Say why you call us, say will be dangerous cult group. Oh yeah, retract the statement and apologize to us. They say Madam Linda no agree, so then carry and go courts. So now courts don't come award 30 million naira. In fact, they actually told courts to give to make her pay 1 billion naira, but courts in its magnanimity said, okay, you know what, the 1 billion too much, we should pay 1 million naira in damages. Do you see that happening?
Is it that Linda did not go to defend herself, or that they awarded this sentence in absentia? I don't get it. Did she appear in the court, or she refused to appear?
No,
she refused. Because that's what I'm trying to find out. Because if they had gone into
in fact, she was even further ordered to place a publication on her blog and national dailies retracting the libelous publication for which she dragged the NBM dragged her to court for, as she is restrained from further damaging. But I think most of the things that she was required to do, she didn't do.
Precious,
sir,
we have dangerous organizations like that all over the world. I've mentioned some of them here, from the Illuminati to Ndagati to Mokro in Spain, to other ones that even in Nigeria here. If somebody have an intel on these people and you're exposing it, the government is supposed to be interested. If they are not interested, that means some of them are even their members. That's it. Because this lady must have seen their modus operandi and their modus vivendi, because there are codes and the tenets guiding them. She must gotten hold of it, and that was why she wrote what she. Instead of the government to even be interested in such an organization, they are now awarding. They made a mistake. They should have told her to pay 10 billion naira instead of looking at the substance of the case. If they are not, then explain yourself now. There must be code of conduct. There must be things you are doing that even cast you in the light of a court group or an occult group. And these people, yes, because it's dangerous. What do you think is controlling your affairs in Nigeria or in Africa or in the whole world today?
Barrister Darlington, let's open phone lines. No problem.
Do you want us to go into the
No, Barrister Darlington.
The Illuminati?
Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts. I know you're itching to jumping on this conversation. It's exactly 15 minutes past 8 o'clock. We don't have time. 0700 903 903 903. That's a direct line to call. 0700 903 903 903. You can call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp number is 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. These are the numbers to call. Yes, very quickly. So you can also call the WhatsApp, or perhaps drop just 30 seconds if you can, voice note for us, or 1 minute voice note for us, or call us on WhatsApp as well as the direct line. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, oh no, please, Apostle, don't do this. Don't start this way, please. Turn up the volume of your radio.
It's off now. It's off. Can you hear me now?
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Welcome. You're good.
Okay. Sir Darlington, I greet you. Good evening, sir.
Well done, my brother.
In fact, Nigeria don't pass.
Sorry, sir.
I do e-hailing. Are you with me?
Oh yeah, you do e-hailing services.
I have not been able to get fuel.
Hey.
I've been in the filling station since afternoon, and I'm just living there now without even getting the fuel.
Away.
So terrible. Yes,
and the day is over.
You know, I just look at Nigerians. You know, the dejected look on people's faces, and what this government is just telling us is a sharp contrast. You know, to what we. So I won't lie to you. I didn't expect anything positive from this government. I'm not a pessimist. I won't lie to you. So just like Barrister Darlington has said, I believe there are so many things they are failing to tell us. How can a country, you know, as big as this, a country that produces crude, you know, it doesn't make sense. We are just a laughing stock. You export your crude and you bring in the refined. And now, even, in fact, this country is a joke. I just don't know what to say. It's a joke. Please, I don't know what to say. As well.
No, please don't say. Sir?
Did you remember what they told about this fuel? Initially, last week, they told you it was a logistic problem. Abi?
Yes.
Today, now, you are hearing that all the refineries in Europe, they are undergoing maintenance. Precious. If refineries are going through maintenance in Europe, they have to meet the obligation of their clients who have already paid for their services and their products. You mean the European nations now, are they going through fuel scarcity?
So what happened? What happened to the 30 days storage that we used to have? I thought we used to have enough for at least 40 days ahead. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. Go ahead, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Eba. My name is Prince.
Prince, you're welcome. Go ahead.
You can call me the Oracle.
Oracle, you're welcome.
I'm a deity.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Barrister, I think I applaud your ideas over this meeting, because Precious actually brought an issue that is more distracting, like talking about the SCV. You know, Nigerians always been distracted over one thing that is not, you know, that has no meaning. So the way you approach it, I so much love it. So you are talking about the killing in the east. Now, you remember, Petro said that the commissioner is yet to make the comment about the killing. When you know that the commissioners couldn't do anything until the Inspector General of Police give order. This is one of the problems we have been facing in that east.
Number two, you were talking about the days of leadership of PDP of 15 years. Listen, Nigeria has never been a better place. It's just that after when we left the old world to enter new one, it will be like the old one better. And because of all these things, as a result of the amalgamation we have 1914. Nigeria is not a country, it's just purely a contraction. Because during the campaign of this particular regime now, Jonathan Goodluck even said it. We don't have common cultural values. So they know what they are doing. So I think we are serving in our own hell. Because our leaders, they are the serpents or Satan in our own hell. The condition of Nigeria, I don't think is going to get better until the disintegrator speaks. It's not going to get better. We keep complaining.
So we can't be speaking pessimistically like that. Please don't say that on air. Please we understand how things can be, but please, it's not to that level where you get to run down your country. I won't let you do that on air. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. All right, I don't know why the WhatsApp call is not responding. Okay, are you there? Hello, good evening.
Hey, Precious.
Yes, please, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
My humble name is Joval.
Oh, hi, Joval. You're welcome. Go ahead.
I'm not an oracle, and I'm not a date.
Go ahead, Joe.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Precious,
sir?
Laugh small. Let's laugh small.
I don't tire today, but instead of let me walk with tire me today, sir.
Let me tell you, since Barrister Darlington has been analyzing the news you are dishing out, we've been angry. So sometimes we laugh out small so that our BQ will not kill us.
God no agree.
Barrister Darlington, I want to quickly react on this issue of oil producing nations. Oh my God!
I'm telling you, it's like the
Nigeria
bondage.
Nobody is supposed to be poor. I need to stress that poor in this nation. See, what Barrister Darlington was saying is the right thing. Saudi Arabia and other oil companies. In fact, let me not go far. The former Libyan leader, late
Muammar Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi. Do you know that in Libya nobody was poor at that time?
I'm telling you, it's a fact. That was the envy that made America to kill him. America became jealous of the per capita income there.
The question is, why are we having scarcity in this country? Why are we poor, Precious? Do you know that
wickedness?
We can produce our own oil and eventually consume it by ourselves, and will not be poor.
I'm telling you, and the money will circulate around.
What are these people doing? So by the time you see all of these things happening, you keep asking, what is going on? I don't know if there's a holdback. If there's a holdback from my message here.
It's from your end now.
Please, let me see what's going on. Okay,
all right, thank you. I appreciate. I thought you were rounding up now. Round up your thoughts, please, very quickly.
Let me drop quickly. I cannot drop without talking about DSTV and multi-choice. You see, Barrister Darlington said we can boycott. Me, I am not. In fact, what is the reason why we cannot pay as you use in this DSTV? That is what we need, not all these courts stopping them from hiking. Why wouldn't they hike their fee when things are going on? They run on diesel every day. They run on other sources of electricity. So the question should be, the court should have, or somehow the Minister of Communication, I don't know the person who is Minister of Communication in this particular dispensation, pardon me, we should make these people to charge us pay as you use. How can you recharge your TV and you not use it for 1 month? The money is gone. Even when you're at home, no lights. You cannot buy fuel to even power your TV because you can't get fuel anywhere. And it's reading. Let us begin to pay as you use.
Thank
Let
you.
me drop here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Joval. Thank you so much. All right, I run through some messages very quickly. Okay, Yusuf from Michego says, deleting P2B's performance appraisal by WAEC is shameful. Politics and tribalism are gradually taking over everything. I would never it would never do us good. Concerning killings in Enugu, the Enugu state government should wake up. These herders are bad plan for the state. That's what you said. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir, welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling you. My name is Siwe.
Siwe, you're welcome. Where are you calling from?
From Manchester, yeah.
So please help us turn up the volume of your listening device. Turn up the volume of your listening device, please.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I've got my friends here, and I've gathered them to listen to your show.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And they found it very, very interesting.
Thank you.
But I want to ask you a particular question.
Me now or Darlington Bikono?
You.
Hey. Oh, yeah, let me sit up. Go ahead.
No, not sit up. Yeah, okay, as you are.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. We keep on discussing about all this oil theft and everything. Unfortunately, I have come in contact with this program this evening because I want to introduce my friends to this program.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm sure they love what they are seeing, especially Barrister Darlington and yourself.
Thank you.
But why do we always talk about Nigerian economy all the time, and we don't do anything about it?
Okay. May I understand your expectation from Nigerians regarding doing anything about it?
Yes.
Apologies for asking you back question with question. I'm a typical Nigerian.
Everybody seems to know the problems about Nigeria. But what are we doing about this? Unfortunately, maybe I don't reside in a country and all this. I don't know. You talk about light, you talk about electricity, you talk about this every time. What are we doing about this?
We are generating opinions.
So you are worried about it because you understand the depth of the conversation that you hear every day. You should also understand the topography of Nigeria, the way we are, our diversity. The essence is to continue to build consciousness in the minds of Nigerians so they understand what they deserve from the people that they have. Of course, Nigerians will.
Do we?
They will understand. And this is not about party politics. It's not about anything. It's about making them understand what they deserve as citizens.
Okay, yeah, that is laudable. I appreciate that. But what I'm just saying is, we need to involve the National Orientation Agency as well.
So since Precious Orientation Agency is doing her own side now, let National Orientation Agency not do their own bit now. Is it not good like that?
Okay, good. Okay,
they can't even do as much.
Make I leave other people to talk.
I rest my case. Thank you for asking me JAMB question. JAMB results came out today. Now my name is not on the list. Thank you.
This one is my first time to call you.
Hey, my bell far from me. Now hand that they give you. Welcome. Thank you.
Please,
thank you.
Continue to promote us there.
I appreciate you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Are you there? All right. Lagos phone lines are still open 0700 903 903 903. For those that think I have typewriter mouth, is 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp is 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
I'm Ajo from Bariga.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, Precious. I think the inch of annoyance. You kill policeman, kill policewoman. What is wrong with Nigerians?
Why
are they killing police people?
It's painful.
Each annoyance. They kill policeman. As if it's not a human being. What is happening in Nigeria?
Not just a human being. As if it's not somebody's father, mother, or uncle, or father, or brother, or child.
They kill
the police if he stop their brother, to be afraid. If he stop their friend, he's looking for national. Policeman is not the one that caused problem in Nigeria.
I agree.
Each time they kill policemen. Each time. What's wrong with Nigeria? Wonderful.
Sad. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. His Royal Highness BC Walker says the way Fulani herders are killing people unlawfully in Enugu State is quite disheartening and disturbing. To be honest with you, our security agencies are not doing their job well in part of the state, in that part of the state or part of the country, killing people like a chicken in their feathers. Oh dear, in their father's land is like slapping a child in front of his father. Precious, please, for crying out loud, these killings should stop. And our security agencies that are sleeping over this should wake up from their slumber. And for the group that are supporting Yaya Bello, that can only be described as mumu. Why now? And should be taken to psychiatric and evaluation. His Royal Highness, forget that thing. People have right to support who they want to support. Good evening. I'm surprised Barrister Darlington doesn't know there was a life immunity for Nigerian presidents in our constitution. You say you don't know.
I've not seen it too.
Okay. Good evening, Sister Precious and the historian Barrister Darlington. Nigerians are in jeopardy, trekking long distances, no buses to get to their destination, business areas and offices. I bought fuel today at Igondu at 1,000 naira per liter. What a nation. The country is in a state of decadence paralysis. A government of copy and paste. High cost of food, no fuel, no power, and etc. The roads are empty today. So much traffic because most of the vehicles queue up to get fuel. We sit down. They look like this. Leo Taiwo from Ojalaba sent that message. Oh wow. Good evening, VOP. The cause of Nigerian problem is the immunity clause. If Nigeria were to be good again, it must be removed and thrown into the dustbin. Our leaders do whatever they like and go stop free. Harry sent in that from Palm Grove Estate. And then this here says, Precious, you should be applauded for always reading these Nigerian scripts still standing. Please continue to be standing because more scripts are coming. For don't fall by now. Continue to be standing. One day I go to wage me. Okay. This Mr. Darlington should run for public office and we should see how woefully he would perform. He talks like a biased individual. A day from Okiafa sent that message. And then good evening, Madam Precious and Barrister Darlington. There was never any subsidy on petroleum because we heard what we heard is that the NNPCL did what they called DSPDI, direct sale, direct purchase, which simply means we swap our crude oil from byproducts and those companies refining get us oil back. We know all those matter now, but they still they pay subsidy. And so on talk. I think Emefiele came from the wrong part of the country. That's why he's only. That's the only reason he's being prosecuted. Stephen from Egbeda sent that. Hey, good evening, Precious. I removed the fuel subsidy to avoid bankruptcy. Tinubu said in 2012 that fuel subsidy is a scam. And please, someone should tell Tinubu that removal of fuel subsidy is not Nigerians' problem, but reducing the cost of governance is our problem. Leo sent in that message. Okay. And then here, Prince from Ilasa says, Precious, the way I'm feeling right now, even Nigeria can't take me to court. Precious, the price I bought fuel today is, don't be telling me now, my heart is cutting like this. If people are talking this fuel, I don't know how I'll go home today, but Darlington, you carry me on your back to the house today. He said the price you bought fuel today is cutting my liver. Is something I can't talk about. A country that produces crude oil is a laughing stock. Precious, in Saudi Arabia, water is more expensive than petrol in that country. As a Nigerian citizen, what are we benefiting in this country? I'm very, very sad and angry. I had to pay a market woman to buy fuel for me in Ogun State. We have gotten to the sorry, I will not read that part again. Sorry, I understand how you feel.
And they said it will last for 2 weeks. So
Precious, this one called me 3 times. He said, stop carrying about us. Who sent you message to pity us? We love what we're going through. We chose it. Can't you see we accept anything that comes from these oppressors? We are too gullible and allow the selfish rulers to play up and down. What a pity. Imagine ordinary Gary is 4,000. You don't reach 4,000 per rubber. And we're still buying it, pretending that all is well. I wanted to buy soft drink last weekend and the seller told me it's 400 naira. Are you serious? I could not drink any kind of drink but water. He was pinning me that one bottle water is not 200 naira, Barrister Darlington. 200 naira one bottle of water. He said, Jesus Christ, soft drink is 100 naira. Nigerians are coping with it. So why are you now caring about Nigerians? Precious, don't pity Nigerians. Let us continue to pray for hell for them to swallow our resources. And Mumu is not ordinary. In fact, Mumu Pro Max, factory fitted. AY from Mushi, calm down. What's going on here? Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Unless Nigeria decides to say the truth and stand by it, Nigerians are so afraid and don't want to take any sacrifice. That's why these leaders will continue to treat Nigerians so badly. Shola sent in that message. And this here says, good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. I told you people Yahaya Bello versus EFCC was a distraction. The plans to increase petroleum prices has long been planned. Yahaya Bello's name will now die in natural death while we continue to lament on waiting the warriors like right now about petroleum products. I am 100% with Barrister Darlington about Emefiele. Does it mean the new CBN governor is not acting based on the instructions of President Tinubu? I believe if Abacha would be alive, nobody would also say pim about him. Why can't ex-presidents give account of office? What a joke of a country. Ezekiel from Ejibo sent in that message. Hi, gosh. Good evening, Queen Precious. Which APC woman leader? Please don't be sending your messages in caps. It can be very worrisome to read. You say I'm APC advisor and defender. Thank you. Good evening, people's barrister. Please, to your more grace. Precious, please. Who is petroleum minister? You say, who is petroleum minister? You ask again. You say your president said in 2014 that subsidy is a scam, removing fuel subsidy officially on 29th of May last year, but paying more subsidy on the ground, awarding coastal contracts worth 15 trillion plus without National Assembly approval, traveling all the world with taxpayers' money. See, Barrister Darlington, I don't want to get to that coastal highway, because if you see one very, very difficult, bridge or road that was done somewhere in China, the price per kilometer of this road is more than 3 times the price per kilometer for that road that was built in a very difficult terrain. And I'm wondering why, as in, what is so difficult about the Nigerian terrain? Why our cost per kilometer per road will be so outrageously expensive? It doesn't just cut out. And then these things are not even open for debate or lobbying, as it were, so that we'll consider, okay, now the best person price now we'll choose. We just hand them over to person without contest, without anything.
Didn't you hear what one of them said? That Gilbert and Chagori, they are the only ones who know how to contain Mami water spirit.
Hey, no, number. Hello, good evening. Hello. Yes. Welcome. You're welcome.
Hello.
Yes, please. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
We are hearing you. Good
evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I'm ringing from UK.
You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
My question is, since we've been watching your program,
okay,
what I want to know, all this talk you'll be talking, is there any action that goes with it?
Is the talk that is the action now? The talk like this is the action.
Apart from that, I just want to know what are the Nigerians doing in
don't worry, just keep your fingers crossed.
Electricity has gone up. So everybody seems to be the NEPA, the water board, and the security people. Why is the government not helping an average Nigerian? Because
thank you.
The Nigerians are the ones who are suffering all this.
I agree.
Hikes of prices.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Me from Surulere says, good evening to you, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Wow, Barrister, your analysis is a bomb. The people's voice. Wow, I salute you specially. God Almighty bless you. Nigerians need people like you. Once again, God bless you. See prayer now. Good evening, Barrister Darlington and Precious. You, please, there should be no step down today. All in favor say yay, and all again say nay.
Precious.
The nay have it. Precious. The nays have it. I have ruled. That's how we used to do in our court.
Did you remember when they told us that Buhari is doing infrastructure? Remember?
Second Niger Bridge by Darlington.
Okay, you are using it now. Precious.
We opened it that time. What is?
You are using it now, Nabi. Don't worry. You will hear when they will start the approach. You see how much they will vote for it.
Okay, Barrister Darlington, let me continue.
They told us that we are doing infrastructure. Buhari is doing infrastructure at the end of the day. If the National Assembly member, they didn't even sweep the road to drive their car. Is that not what they told, that they want to buy the one for 200 million so that their car can pass through it? So I now ask yourself, where are the infrastructure Buhari built? The easiest way to eat money in this country, pressure, is through contracts. That was why Fashola never had a commissioner of works during his tenure. Go and check. When it was Tinubu, it was Aregbesola. And you know what happened with him. That is the easiest way to eat money. Like this thing that's going on now with Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. Look at how much they voted for it. Tomorrow now, he built this at what cost?
All right, Barrister Darlington, our message box is full, and we'll have calls coming in their droves. Okay, so Chiagui Ikenna from Ilasamaja says, please, there should be no step down. Okay, allowing the Darlington to analyze and speak up on our behalf. Madam Precious, please, what's the benefit of moving fuel subsidy? What have we benefited so far? So you guys also need to ask your state governors questions. They have received the largest allocation since the inception of democracy in this tenure, in this administration. What have they done with the money? They too need to answer some questions. Okay. Solomon Asika from Mushi says, concerning DSTV's case, in a case of misplaced priorities by the government, there is a lot of issues bothering Nigerians like insecurity, electricity, and many others, just to mention a few. And then if you now add that money to it, it will still be what will be bothering Nigerians. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, Barrister.
Well done, my brother.
Darlington.
Well done.
My name is Mr. Bigger.
Yeah.
Barrister Bigger. Mr. Bigger, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. So, I don't know. I was asking a lawyer today, Barrister Darlington, do we still have Nigerian Bar Association?
No, they did there.
Huh?
They did there. They know they die now. They did there.
Okay. So, and we still have Nigerian Medical Association, and we still have none. I bought fuel for 1,200 today. In 1989, I was in the university, and IDB came up with the fact whatever. Myself and some persons who are even at the Senate today, we picked up the fight and we caused the anti-SAP riots. I traveled from the University of Benin where I was. We went to Ibadan. We went to Ife. We went to Zamaru in Zaria. And we made sure that we pulled SAP riot that made the government. Okay, since this government came into power, getting to 9 months or thereabouts, tell me one good thing that has happened to Nigeria. Absolutely, Caesar, nothing. The light is not there. The rates are not there. The security is not there. Now look at what fuel, and we are sitting down at home. I'm so ashamed of this country. It is so unfortunate. Absolutely. Okay, I was talking to somebody. This coastal road, what is it for God's sake? What exactly is it?
Now, so a journey from here to Calabar that you would have done 10 hours or 15 hours, now, you'll be doing it for just 4 hours. It's shorter.
They have earmarked for that elephant project. Why don't you apply that particular amount to providing power that will generate factories here? All the whole factories are moving out of Nigeria, and the government don't seem to be concerned.
I'm telling you.
It's unfortunate. It's absolutely unfortunate.
Thank you.
And you are talking about constructing a road from Calabar to here. Why the whole companies that will be employing your citizens are moving out of this country? I weep for this country. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, Mr. Bigger.
Do you know that Nigeria, that was the biggest economy in Africa throughout the PDP period and over the years, we are now number 4. Precious. there is a prediction that by 2027 you may go down to 5 or 6.
We were the fastest growing economy as of 2014.
Can you just imagine?
And we no longer.
And when we come here, people don't even think. Pressure, look, this thing. I told you that last Saturday. I woke up by 1 a.m. Precious, I didn't sleep until 3. I was thinking. I was asking myself, did I ever envisage this kind of life for myself? Not to talk of my children. Pressure, do you know when this thing when we are going to overcome this thing? Do you think it's today? Precious, do you think that what has happened to this country, we are going to overcome it in 50 years with this thing that's going on now? People don't know what is happening though. They think it's a joke. Seriously, they think it's a joke. That's why some of them are talking from both sides of their mouth. They think it is just because I'm here. It may get too late. I've said it here that it's better to pursue the black sheep in the daytime before it is nightfall. Precious, nightfall is here. Nightfall is here. We can no longer find the black sheep.
Okay. All right. I go back to my messages. So Babeji from Moshodi says, Prepre, you see, Niger matter most of times I got confused about Nigeria and Nigerians. Why say so? Because Precious and Darlington, can someone tell me just one reason whatsoever that will make Nigerians keep and continue keeping mute and silence over a man who in the history of his country had once told us that fuel subsidy removal was a scam, but he turns around to do same thing. Yes, and everyone is doing nothing about it.
Yes, nobody are asking question. Nobody. Precious, nobody.
Okay. All right.
Is it not annoying?
Let me quickly play this.
It's even more annoying now because they say they are paying more. They are paying more. Yeah, we don't know where the money is going to.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Precious and Darlington.
Yes.
You're welcome, sir.
It's Tony from Chicago.
Oh, Mr. Tony, you're welcome.
Tony.
Yes. I've been listening to all your program every day.
Thank you.
But that's why I have to call today is because I don't know what is happening again in my country, Nigeria. Listen that the fuel has gone up to 1,000. Oh my God. Are we still Nigerians that we know years back? Where are these people, the men that took the street? Where are they? They kept quiet, kept mute. What is happening? Are we being? I can just know how to put it. Is something wrong somewhere? Is people enjoying looking at their people suffering? No food. Now today, every week costs a new package in Nigeria news. After this gas fuel now, next week it comes to another different news. Last week was Yaya Bello. Upper week was the other person. Because every week comes different news coming Nigeria. Meanwhile, the soldiers they were killed in the Niger State. I think have they gone to reply the way they did in Delta?
No, they will not.
Nigeria. Oh my God. Thank you, Daddy.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Praying for us. So it's
Thank you.
We are in bondage.
Hello, good evening.
Pray.
Sir?
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome. What's your name, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Mr. Keep It Civil. Always civil.
Go ahead. So go ahead and keep it civil.
Pressure.
Sir?
I will be civil.
Go ahead.
Or permit me. But don't ask me for evidence.
I will.
Business,
you better say what you can prove. Because I will ask you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will prove it for you now. Precious.
Sir?
When Darlington told you here that what is happening in the Igbo land, that the Igbos are not the one doing it, you asked him, can he prove it?
Yeah.
Now, Precious, this one now, has it not been proven?
How?
Has that not been vindicated now?
They are not the same thing now, are they?
That's why I asked you, who
those Headsmen that killed people in Enugu State now, Precious, they are the Igbos.
That's why I asked you that.
No, after you're not home. Because you asked me to prove it for you now.
But you're not the one that should be asking me questions. That should be the one to ask
You will ask me
questions.
to prove it for you now. Thank God you did it. And
President, you're there, they're eating me raw, but you're not saying anything.
Oh my God, leave my people alone. They are angry.
Me, I'm smiling. Me, I don't have fuel in my car, and I'm smiling, Abi.
Oh my God.
So this is your country, eh? This is your country.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is your country under APC. If you lose sick, make I know what's in custom.
Nothing will happen. Thank you. I appreciate you.
If that is precious, there are things you cannot connect. I'm telling you. You don't think and think.
Horizontality. Well, you have spoken well. You have spoken the mind of Nigeria. Seriously, we are in a big problem in this country. Only way to remember what they pay for and they breathe. When they breathe. Now I remember what they pay money for because they breathe and we're not able to sing again. We don't know where it pass. Now, thank you for the good work.
All right, thank you so much. So your voice is so low, I can't really play that to the end. My name is Dima Barrister. Good evening. May God continue to protect you, sir. Honestly, I am concerned about your safety in this kind of system that is so compromised. But like I already prayed, God will continue to protect you for fearlessly saying the truth. Thank you. All right, and good evening, Precious. God bless you and your efforts in Jesus' name. This is Solomon. I don't think the fuel is scarce. The marketers are just scared of going to lift fuel when they don't know if the price will drop or rise. The government should just make a declaration. The hardship is getting out of hands. It didn't take long to declare subsidy removal, so its reduction, they should not also be reluctant about it. The hardship is really getting out of hand. That's what you said. And then this here says, corruption is indeed a major obstacle in many resource-rich countries like Nigeria. Preventing the equitable distribution of wealth, addressing corruption is crucial for ensuring that the benefit of natural resources reach all citizens. And then Ekene says, Precious, I understand the nature of your job, but truth be told, my dear country, Nigeria is in trouble and something needs to be done most urgently. If a woman in labor stays longer than expected, that might be dangerous.
Now, yes.
Shebi, they say with 9 months of labor. Okay, that's what you're giving me. That okay. Say, look at PMS, look at power. Hey, PMS power. Hey, and the heat there. Personality, have you experienced heat?
Are you telling
the heat this period?
Have I not told you?
Austino from Olodia Papa says the CEO of NNPCL is untouchable. Emefiele and Kiari sold our future oil dollar revenue for 10 years in advance and collected the dollars just before. If they say may you bring proof, now you go bring. I beg you. Okay. Good evening, Precious. Issues to talk about are multifaceted and solutions seem elusive despite the numerous opinions. Unfortunately, this is a nation where people are mercilessly beaten and yet prevented from crying. We are all pained by the man-made situation of things in this country. But when we want to express our hard feelings in the platform we have on radio, we're shouted down to keep it civil. To keep it civil is also shouts. We keep it civil, please. And if you allow it, the next day our broadcast licenses stands the risk of withdrawal. Barrister Darlington, however, is representing us all. Our country needs complete rehabilitation and restructuring. If you like, everything should be dismantled and reassembled. With need, the new system of government, new legal system, new judicial system. You named quite a platter of them. I cannot read all of them now. Michael from Surulere says, do you know that Libya used to pay 50% of their citizens that wants to buy any car?
Yes.
Libya had free education, free hospital, free housing, free weddings, and the government and the government no die. I beg, what we do for this country? But Libya no fit do am now again now because everything done finish.
No, because of America.
Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. May Almighty God bless both of you for the program and for Barrister Darlington hitting the nail on the head all the time. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, let me see if I can visit YouTube because your messages are so much. Chinedu from Alaba International says, you people are stressing your analysts every day and it's not good. When APC said you go explain tire without evidence, you thought it's a joke. Which level be this again? Celeste Celebrate says, Barrister Darlington, keep up the good work. I'm impressed with your courage. Celeste Celebrate from Egbeda. Chilled Power says, oh, damn the right. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that. Igbo Man says, let every tribe go and form their country. Nigeria will. No, that's not true. And then Chilled Power says, when the madness of democracy end? When will this? Will the madness of this kind of democracy end? Tunas Albert says that message about Darlington running for and failing must be an Agbado. Oh, yeah. Ojes Akwache says regarding the road, it is a national disgrace and fraud. Asaba Dragon says Nigeria can't work different people. Can't work different people, different belief. Well, I see you guys on YouTube. Why avoid you guys? All right, let me just take a few more calls and then. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
This is Emmanuel speaking.
You're welcome.
Actually, I didn't have much answer. I wanted to appreciate the people and again, Barrister Darlington. We are really doing well, speaking the real voice of the people. I only pray that our leaders, our government, will have ear to listen to the voice of the people.
Yeah.
So that's the major thing. All the things that people have been saying. This nation, this country, is looking at it is the for the first time in history, buying fuel 1,000 it's too bad. It's too bad. I just said I go to the airport. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Barrister Darlington. Okay, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Precious.
Mike.
I want
wait.
Yes, I said,
how?
I want to ask myself.
No.
I want to ask myself. You must answer me.
Oh, yeah, go.
When they remove this fuel subsidy, should be almost, in fact, 80% of Nigerians were jubilant, except some of us. Is that not true? I know those who called you and say you don't agree with anything. Even when government want to do right, you say no, this and that. That they let remove it. And I did my analysis here. Last year, I did it here. And I told them, this thing does not add up. And I gave example of other countries. That is why I'm worried that Nigerians are not asking questions. Have you asked your government, this is fuel that other countries are using to better their life? Why is our own different? Why are we not refining our crude oil?
Okay.
If you ask these questions, you must demand for answer now. That is why things are going the way it is going. Precious. They have hypnotized Nigerians. That is why everybody is as cold as ice water. I'm telling you.
In reality or just technically speaking?
Hold on. No. You know, spiritual matter, you don't have evidence. Yes, now when witches and wizards.
But you give me evidence now.
No. When witches and wizards are doing their work, you will know. You don't discover that you are wasted 20 years.
But Barrister Darlington, we don't have time again.
I know you don't have time, but I'm telling you, things are coming. With where Nigerian's economy is now, where will you now come out from number 4 or even number 7 that you are going to, and then come to number 1 again? When? Answer me.
All right. Lagos, that's the size of our package. Yeah, my name is Precious Enyi. Do well to follow me across the social media platform. On YouTube, I'm at Precious Enyi TV. That YouTube is collectively shared between Barrister Darlington and myself at Precious Enyi TV. Why they laugh? Not be me you they share them. No. I have become your social media manager. So Precious,
we are partners in crime.
Are we? Precious, not be saying go commit crime now, go suffer for your consequences. I know they are not follow. So I'm a Precious Enyi TV on YouTube. Enyi is spelled ENYI. So Precious ENYI TV on YouTube. And on Instagram, I'm at Precious Enyi Official. Twitter is at Precious_ENYI. I'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully. Prince Francis Chilaka will be with me tomorrow, hopefully. And I do hope that Barrister Darlington's lecturer will be here on Wednesday with me. If he isn't, someone else will be there. Barrister Darlington, no more parting shots. Good night. All right, guys, I love you. Have yourself an amazing evening. Please stay safe and protect your mental health. Good night.
You are listening to the number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You are tuned to the city's number one super dial. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.